Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing camping encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into the woods alone again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. Meet Daniel O'Neill, the creator behind the YouTube channel English Woodsman. Through his videos, he took viewers on authentic outdoor adventures, showcasing bushcraft skills, camping techniques, and cooking in the wild. From private woodland camps to remote locations, his explorations revealed both the joys and challenges of outdoor life. With his practical approach and relatable content, Daniel kept his audience engaged. But one night, he would come to understand just how unpredictable and unsettling these adventures could truly become. In early 2025, Daniel arrived at a private woodland location, ready to test out a second-hand tent he'd always wanted but couldn't previously afford. Armed with his camera and a new twig-burning stove, he was eager to document his overnight camping experience.
So tonight I'm out doing a permission woodland camp. I'm going to be trying a second-hand tent that I got out of a bundle buy. I got 6 tents for £100, I think it was. So there's one of the tents that is a tent that I always wanted, classed as a dream tent. So it's your tent what you've always wanted, but at times you couldn't be able.
The video began with Daniel explaining how he obtained the tent as part of a bundle purchase and sharing his excitement about finally owning his dream tent. As he spoke, the challenges of the damaged tent slowly became apparent, setting the stage for the unexpected night ahead.
When this tent was new out, I could never afford it. There was always an issue when it was on sale. You know, bringing up kids, having a job, it is quite hard, and I think it's still hard to this day, to be truthful. My kids are growing up a little bit now, but I always wanted this tent and I could never ever afford it. Then, like I said in the beginning of the video, I brought a bundle of tents for £100 and this one were in it. Now you can see the damage on the bag there. So it's got a clear rip, and there's the clips what's supposed to keep the tent in place, but you can see it's damaged, so I do need to change this.
He started by carefully setting up the tent, exploring its features, and addressing some minor damage, including 3 small holes in the roof.
Inside the tent, and there's something that I've realised what I didn't when I first set the tent up. There's some holes. I've got 1, 2, 3 holes here in the top of the tent, and if it does rain, well, that's the point where it's going to come down. Yeah, you can see 2 of them here. There's another one. There, oh, you can see all 3 now there, look.
Without much concern at this point, he continued with his camp setup and began preparing his evening meal. The moment Daniel had his camp properly established, a sense of satisfaction took hold as he cooked his salmon and chicken stir-fry, enjoying the peacefulness of his woodland surroundings.
Now I know what people are going to say. Flavouring. I just wanted to taste the salmon tonight. Many times I've been out and I've cooked salmon, and I always feel like I maybe have over-flavoured it. So I'm thinking, you know what? I just want to taste the salmon itself. I don't want nothing else ruining the taste of it.
As night fell and rain began to patter on the tent, Daniel used repair patches from his new air mat to temporarily fix the holes in his tent.
Right, so we're in the tents now. The rain started, and I've got a small problem with them 3 little holes. I'm not sure they're going to let a lot of the rain in, but to be fair, I don't want no rain coming in. So I'm going to have to think of the idea of what I was on about earlier. I can find which bag it is. I have these, and these are from the air mat. I have 2 of them, and I'm gonna have to stick them over the holes. We're getting there. That's patch number 1 done. Just need to get the next one. Well, it's a bit of a nightmare to peel. I don't know if it's going to be a long-term fix, but at least for tonight it'll be alright, I think. There we go. Give the tent a good rub.
The contrast between his earlier excitement and growing concerns was noticeable, leaving him questioning whether the tent would truly keep him dry through the night. As he continued his evening, the tent itself became increasingly concerning, with zip issues and questionable waterproofing. But then, something entirely unexpected disrupted his night.
Just been walking by something that seemed to be walking around my tent a bit. And it's watered Dan up as well, because Dan's just messaged me. You know, the guy lines that you pull out, something I felt, no, not, I don't know, it's just, it woke me up so quick. Raining as well. It just seemed like something just bumped into the tent, and then it was like, sort of like walking around a little bit. Now if I were by myself, I'd be a little bit more nervous, let's say. See, there it is again.
A strange presence outside his tent made itself known. Daniel froze as he heard and felt something moving around his tent, something that bumped into the tent and appeared to be walking around a little bit, creating sounds that woke him abruptly. Panic set in as the unsettling realization sank in. Something wasn't right, and identifying the source of the disturbance wouldn't be as easy as he had thought. The video immediately jumped into the morning of the following day when Dan was making himself coffee, and what he communicated would leave anyone struck with fear.
Well, good morning, people. I don't know what was going on last night outside his tents, but I'm just going to try to forget about it, to be truthful. I'm alive. It was not bad, take it. I don't know, could have just been somebody walking around trying not to disturb us, something like, I don't know, something like that. This tent needs a lot of work to it. The zip's broke now on the door. It's just, it don't feel like it's waterproof. So I'm gonna have to sort the zip out and then really look after it, give it a fab seal, reseal all the seams on the inside. If I'm gonna use it more, I'm gonna have to take care of it.
He expressed that he didn't know what had happened outside his tent during the night, but was trying to forget about it. He acknowledged being alive and that this was something to be grateful for. Although Daniel made it through the night safely, one unsettling question remained. What had caused those sounds? Was it wildlife, or perhaps another person? It may have been a harmless animal passing by, or there might have been a more concerning explanation, one that could have ended far worse. The mystery of that night remained unsolved. Despite the tense issues and the mysterious disturbance, Daniel completed his camp and returned home safely. One thing was for sure. This particular camping trip gave him more than just equipment testing experience. Now, let's continue with the next unsettling encounter. On September 10th, 2017, the YouTube channel The Highway 9 uploaded a short video titled "Never Go in a Cave." Known for its eerie and unsettling footage filmed deep in the woods, this channel specializes in crafting chilling videos designed to leave viewers with an uneasy feeling. However, this video stood apart from the rest. It captured a descent into the depths of remote, hidden caves buried within the wilderness. In the full video, a man ventures deeper into the cave with his dog by his side, unaware of what awaits him with each step forward. Bats clung to the cave walls, and as he pressed forward, he encountered massive, unsettling insects. But the day took a horrifying turn when he ventured even deeper, only to come face to face with something truly terrifying.
What the fuck is that? Oh shit! Go, 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 go. Come on, miss. Come on, miss.
In the darkness, he spotted a figure standing eerily still. Unable to make out who or what it was, a surge of fear took over, and he immediately turned and ran. The video cuts off abruptly at that chilling moment, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. To this day, he has never uploaded another video, leaving the mystery unsolved. Did he ever make it out alive? Whatever this man was running from remains unknown, but the fear in his voice was undeniable. Pure, genuine terror, as if something was closing in on him. He may have escaped the cave, but the lingering question haunts those who have seen the video. What if he didn't? What if whatever was chasing him caught up? Some mysteries are best left unanswered. The next video tells an almost similar story of spending a night in a hauntingly mysterious location. This traveling couple's YouTube channel, called Travel Tales, documents their adventures across Europe in their camper van. Through their videos, they take viewers on immersive journeys through scenic locations, showing the freedom and beauty of van life. But on a cold night in France, they came to understand just how unpredictable and genuinely terrifying these adventures could truly become.
So last week we couldn't find a park up with a fire pit. They were all out of order. Maybe they don't maintain them in winter. But I found one and we're going there right now. It looks really beautiful because it's in the forest. So I'm so looking forward to get there and light up some fire.
The video began with the couple finding a beautiful spot in a forest. Armed with nothing but their van and their dog Holly, they were eager to enjoy a peaceful evening by a fire pit in what appeared to be a secluded and picturesque location.
So we're gonna go and light that up and enjoy before it gets dark. Now this place is a bit slanting, so we might have to get the blocks out or try and find like a level parking. But right now the van is like this.
The video continued with them collecting woods and then setting up fire for the night.
This is so beautiful. We're all alone and a van is just parked up back there. We're able to leave Holly inside as she was feeling a bit cold. But yeah, the wind has really picked up now.
You're feeling cold, but when you're next to the fire, you feel very warm. It's like you don't want to leave this bit to go for a walk, you know. I prefer to be here, to be honest.
However, as the sun began to set, they realized the hill was too sloped for comfortable sleeping.
This hill is a bit too sloping, so I don't think we're going to be able to sleep here. It's reminding me of the one in Patara in Turkey when I set up the blocks and we still really couldn't sleep properly. So it's no good doing that here. It's a shame really because this place is so beautiful and isolated. But I think we're just going to head down further from the mountain and find a spot to park up for the night.
The terrain reminded them of a previous experience in Patara, Turkey, where despite using leveling blocks, they couldn't sleep properly. So they decided to move and find a better location for the night.
So we actually stopped at the McDonald's because I wanted to have some fries from there. We usually don't buy from there because we don't like their burgers, sorry.
Yeah.
But
problem here is the fries.
Is really good.
Yeah, it's good, but it's a bit cold now.
After stopping at McDonald's for a quick meal, the couple parked their van for the night, unaware of the danger that awaited them. What started as a peaceful evening soon turned into their worst nightmare.
We're back on the road because we couldn't sleep where we were. Basically, there were a lot of people outside our van and we didn't feel safe there, so we had to leave. We were asleep and we heard a lot of noise coming from outside. We think that there were people having a laugh, you know, and a chat, but it turned out to be a nightmare for us. We're very tired right now. What the hell are those?
I don't know where I'm going, I don't know, I'm just gonna pull over.
Sorry, but we're in a complete shock right now.
I thought they were just having fun because I could hear like music in a car. But there were some, like a few meters away at least. And then I heard like voices outside the van. So they came up to the van and started hitting. I'm sure I heard one like on the bonnet.
Yes, and me and Holly were...
Yeah, Holly started barking.
Yeah. We were in a complete shock. Even
Yes,
now,
weird.
we're still a bit... Yeah, but the ones on the side were really loud.
Yeah.
That me and Holly jumped.
Well, at first I thought it was someone like trying to get into the van, but it's just kids, I think. Because I think when we turned on the lights, they just ran into the car again. I don't know, but we're not going back there, that's for sure.
No, that's definitely not.
The footage later showed them back on the road in the middle of the night. They couldn't sleep at their chosen location because numerous people had gathered outside their van, creating an unsafe environment that forced them to leave. The fear in their expressions was palpable as they described how their restful night was shattered. The situation had escalated dramatically as strangers began targeting their van. Their state of shock was evident, even as they filmed the aftermath while driving away.
Hey, good morning. So we're at a new parking spot today. I'm making a cup of tea. And we're trying to understand what really happened last night and accept it, basically. So sometimes you hear things on the internet that some people are being robbed or something happened with their van, and it's very frustrating because when there are people outside your van, you know, you get that feeling of being scared. You don't know who they are, you don't know what they're doing, you don't know in what state they are in. So we were a bit worried yesterday. That's why we left that parking space.
Yeah, I think we did the good thing. We just left right away. Like at first I was gonna try and go outside and see. Like that's the first instinct. Like when you hear someone like hitting your van and like it's on purpose, you want to go out and like...
Yeah.
I don't know do what really, because there were a few of them. So I think we did the right thing. We just left.
The next morning, in the safety of a new location, they reflected on their terrifying experience. The frustration and lingering fear were evident as they described the vulnerability of not knowing who was outside their mobile home. The incident served as a wake-up call for the couple. They acknowledged the need to take extra precautions when staying in unfamiliar places. Although they escaped without any physical harm, one unsettling question remained. What would have happened if they hadn't awakened when they did? The truth behind that terrifying night remained partially unresolved. While van life might seem idyllic on social media, this encounter reminded viewers that danger could lurk anywhere. Fortunately, the couple's quick thinking and immediate action ensured their safety. One thing was certain: they wouldn't soon forget the night their peaceful van life turned into a life-threatening situation. If you thought this encounter was disturbing, stay tuned for our next analysis of unexplained footage that will make you question everything you thought you knew about scary videos. Meet our fisherman, Anderson Geddes, a passionate angler who documented his fishing expeditions, taking viewers on immersive journeys to remote fishing spots. Through his videos, he captured the thrill of the catch and the serene beauty of nature. With his enthusiastic storytelling style, he kept his audience captivated. But one day, he would come to understand just how unpredictable and unsettling these adventures could truly become. On a calm day, Anderson arrived at a remote location, ready to embark on another kayak fishing adventure. Armed with nothing but his fishing gear and camera, he was eager to document whatever catches the waters had to offer.
Pegou! Escapou. Não, tá aqui, tá aqui, tá aqui. Tá aqui, tá aqui, tá aqui. Pegou. Vem cá.
The video began with him successfully catching some fish, proudly showing off a beautiful corvina to the camera. As he continued fishing, the peaceful atmosphere set the stage for what would soon become a terrifying encounter.
Tucuna linda. Vem cá, garoto. Vai, Charles. Aí, garoto. Ai, que lindo. Lindo, lindo, lindo. Vamos soltar esse cara. Ó, rapaz. Que linda, cara. Corvina. Olha aí. Ah, garoto. Olha aí, ó. Linda, linda corvina. Vem cá. Aí, ó. Olha aí que lindo. Isso é corvina, parece um peixe do mar.
He started by catching several fish, carefully releasing some back into the water while admiring their beauty. He exclaimed about their beauty, clearly enjoying his successful fishing trip.
Vem cá, garoto. Lindo, lindo, lindo. Aí. Bom que com anzol inline é fácil de soltar, ó. E ainda amassou um anzolzinho. Mas veio. Vai embora. Vem cá, garoto. Aí, ó. Vem cá, vem cá. Aí, garoto. Todos eles aqui já dão um padrãozinho bom, né, cara?
Do rio, né?
É.
Pequeno não sai do rio da Bahia, né?
Não sai. Aí. Mais quadradinho, já bonito. Agora.
Without any warning signs, he continued fishing in the shallow waters, completely unaware of what lurked beneath. But then, something unexpected happened. His line suddenly went taut with something far more powerful than he had anticipated.
Que foi isso? Que foi isso? Ué, que foi? Peguei alguma coisa aqui. Peguei alguma coisa aqui. É um boto, será? Não. Caramba. Olha aí. É grande, é grande. É grande. Levantar. Nossa, meu Deus do céu! É um monstro de um jacaré. Caramba, cara! Meu Deus, e agora, Jesus? Meu Deus do céu, é muito grande, cara. É muito grande, é muito grande. Parceiro do céu, ajuda. Esse é grande, cara, é maior que o seu caiaque. Caramba, cara, olha o tamanho desse cara. Tá me rebocando, meu irmão. Caramba, e agora? Tá muito perto. Olha o tamanho. E agora? Caramba, meu Deus do céu, cadê ele? Pra onde que ele vai? Caramba. Ele tá bem aqui embaixo de mim, cara. Caramba, Charles, ó.
Tá indo pro meio?
Não sei, ele tá afundando. Pega minhas varas aqui do meu caiaque, cara. Caramba.
At that moment, he realized he had hooked something massive, and fear immediately took hold of him. His voice trembled with a mix of excitement and terror as he noted the size of what he had caught. The massive animal began creating bubbles under the kayak, and Anderson found himself in a precarious position. He repeated in terror that the creature was underneath him as he realized how vulnerable he was in his small kayak. The creature's size was astonishing. He noted with disbelief it was comparable to the size of the kayak.
Meu Deus do céu. Caramba, meu irmão. Caramba, meu irmão. Caramba. Olha o tanto de bolha. Nossa, olha o tamanho das bolhas, cara. Olha de bolha. Olha só. Se liga no tamanho desse cara, velho. Caramba, meu irmão. Caramba. É muito monstro, cara. É muito monstro. Ó. Nem se mexe. Eu não posso recolher ele muito rápido, porque se ele morder o caiaque, ele me afunda com tudo.
A sudden movement beneath him intensified his fear. The large creature was directly under his kayak, threatening his stability. He explained with heavy breathing that the creature had made contact with the kayak, threatening to sink him completely as he tried to maintain his composure despite the danger.
E agora? Não, olha. Cara, imagina um animal que tá soltando bolha já faz um tempão e não acaba as bolhas dele, cara. Olha o tamanho disso. Pera aí. Uia. Bateu de novo o rabo dele no caiaque. Agora ele se mexeu. Ó.
As time passed, the fisherman's situation grew increasingly tense. The animal continued to release bubbles, a sign of its massive size and proximity. He observed, his voice still shaking from the encounter, the continuous bubbling that wouldn't stop.
Caramba, ele vai ter que subir, cara, não pode? Onde ele tá? Ele tá bem aqui, ó. Acabou a cabeça dele. Olha. Você viu? O rabo dele é muito grande, cara, porque ele tá lá no fundo. Caramba, Charles. E agora, meu irmão? Ele tá indo pra margem. Ele tá indo pra margem.
The struggle continued as the creature moved toward the shallows. The fisherman narrated the creature's movements, hoping the animal would eventually release itself from his line.
E agora? Não, muito perto não. Não posso ficar muito perto dele não. Olha lá, ó. Agora ele começou a puxar pra baixo ainda, ó. Ó. Caramba, ó. Ó. Nem se mexe. Nem se mexe. Parece que esse torque que eu tô dando não tá fazendo nem cócega no bicho. É muito grande, cara. Isso aí que pra nós é como se a gente estivesse palitando os dentes dele. Ó, começou a soltar bolha. Começou a soltar bolha.
Despite his attempts to reel in the line, the animal remained firmly hooked. He explained that he was turning the camera on and off to conserve battery, indicating that the struggle had already lasted much longer than expected.
Tracionado agora. Olha, começou a sair bolha. Bolha, cara, ó. Ele vai subir. Agora ele vai subir. Começou a aliviar a linha. Tá subindo. Ó, ó o líder, tá bem aqui o líder, ó. Ó, agora ele puxou. Agora ele puxando. Olha o tanto de bolha. Ele tá embaixo do caiaque. Ele tá subindo. Tá subindo, cara. Tá subindo. Olha o líder ali, o nó do líder ali. Caramba, eu tenho um... Parece que tem um negócio no líder aqui. Chega mais perto. Tá ligado a sua, né? Tá ligado aqui também. Agora sim. Nossa! Tá se afastando. Tá se afastando. Vai pro raso. Olha. Nossa! Nossa! Olha o tanto de bolha. Olha isso, cara. Meu Deus do céu. É gigantesco. É gigantesco. Tem um risco na linha bem ali, ó. Olha o tanto de bolha.
After approximately 40 minutes of this intense standoff, the encounter reached its climax. He exclaimed as the struggle finally approached its conclusion.
Descolou ele do fundo.
Aham. Eu não quero deixar ele... Caramba, caramba, caramba. Nossa, tá girando o caiaque. Olha, olha a força desse bicho, cara. Olha a força desse animal. Se liga nisso, cara. Meu Deus do céu. Olha o líder aqui, ó. Ele vai subir a cabeça. Céu, cara, é um dinossauro isso aqui. Nossa, caramba. Ah. Olha isso, cara. Olha isso. Olha ali, ó. Olha onde tá de bolha ali, ó. Não consigo subir mais a vara.
Só que agora ele pulou de novo, né?
Acho que não.
Não, ele tá flutuando ainda?
Tá.
Então você vai ter que manter pressionado.
Caramba, cara.
Segundo,
Ah, sim.
Tá gravando.
Caramba, meu. Essa varinha aqui, ó, é do Silvano. Silvano varas custam. Não aguenta? Hã? Fala pra mim.
Ah, o jeito que ela tá aí.
Esse molinete é 2.500.
Acho que ele tá grudado no fundo. Tá não.
Tá não, certo?
Tá não.
Tá não?
Então, se ele tiver tendo que fazer força...
The situation grew even more intense as the fisherman realized the creature might be attempting to break free. His voice was a mixture of fear and curiosity about what exactly he had hooked.
Você só vai puxar ele pra perto de você.
É, não tem.
O único jeito é se o caiaque tivesse apoiado, alguma coisa assim. Encrenca, hein?
Encrenco. Olha o tanto de bolha que ele tá soltando aqui. Ele tá bem perto, cara.
Tá com o líder aí?
Não. Ele conseguiu tomar um pouco de linha. Ó, isso aqui tudo eu puxando ele. Aí, ó. Tá soltando bolha. Tá soltando bolha, galera. Eu tô...
Eventually, the bait broke in the middle, allowing the creature to escape. He explained, showing the damaged bait to the camera. Despite losing part of his gear, he was clearly relieved that the encounter had ended without further incident.
Olha de bolha, cara. Tá afrouxando. Ó. Ó. Vai tomar. Vai levar. Tá levando. Tá levando. Tá levando. Arrebentou. Arrebentou. Olha ele ali, ó. Olha ele ali, ó. Só veio pra tirar sarro e soltou minha isca. Partiu no meio, cara. Partiu no meio. Olha o tamanho da criança.
Ele vai sair do seco, hein? Foi não.
Caramba, ó, partiu a isca no meio. Caramba, meu. Olha. Olha o estrago da isca. Esmagou ela todinha. E partiu do meio. Olha aí lá, ó as bolhas dele lá, ó. Olha ele ali, ó. Olha lá. Será que ele vai sair no seco?
Acho que vai.
Olha lá, tá bem ali ele ali, ó. Vamos acompanhar ele, vamos ver se ele vai sair. Se ele vai sair pra fora e vai pro mato. Vamos ver. A galera, dá uma olhada aqui no que aconteceu com a isca. Olha isso. Olha isso. Meu Deus do céu. Graças a Deus ele... Bom, pelo menos... Hein, Charles? É. Eu não falei que a gente ia levar a nossa isca?
É, ué.
Ah?
Você falou que queria levar, né?
Né? Mas ele falou, não, então nós vamos dividir.
É. Um pedacinho lá, né?
Ele ficou com um pedacinho. Rapaz do céu.
Anderson concluded his video with a sense of accomplishment despite the frightening encounter. He reflected, grateful to have survived the ordeal unharmed. Although our fisherman completed his trip safely, one unsettling question remained. What exactly was that massive creature? Was it an alligator or crocodile, as he seemed to suggest, or perhaps some other massive aquatic predator? The mystery of that encounter remains partially unsolved, though the bubbles and behavior suggest it was likely a large reptilian predator. Spirits might be unsettling, but at least they can't cause physical harm. Wild animals, on the other hand, can be far more dangerous, especially apex predators in their natural habitat. Fortunately, our fisherman didn't have to learn that the hard way. His steady nerves and cautious approach ensured he remained safe throughout the encounter. One thing's for sure, he'll probably think twice before fishing alone in those waters again. If this already gave you chills, brace yourself for the next spine-chilling video. Meet Sarah, the creator behind the YouTube channel Let's Turn It Up World. Through her videos, she took viewers on immersive journeys to beautiful camping destinations around the world, showcasing the freedom and challenges of RV life. From stunning national parks to hidden gems, her explorations revealed the joys of life on the road. With her authentic storytelling style, Sarah kept her audience captivated. But one day, she would come to understand just how unpredictable and challenging these adventures could truly become. On an autumn day in 2023, Sarah arrived at her home base in Nevada, ready to embark on another adventure, but this time without her partner Dave. Armed with nothing but her camera and determination, she was eager to document her first solo camping experience.
I'm on a road trip by myself. We have a really big trip coming up soon. We've had some heat issues. So that being said, they should all be fixed, but we want to do one more shakedown trip. So to kind of kill two birds with one stone, I'm taking Desert Snow off and we're going to head off to the Valley of Fire where it gets really cold at night so I can kind of check out the heat.
The video began with Sarah explaining the purpose of her trip, a shakedown journey to test some heat repairs on their RV named Desert Snow while Dave was away. As she spoke, the excitement for her solo journey slowly built up, setting the stage for the unexpected challenges ahead. She started by making her way to the grocery store, carefully selecting some fresh fish and picking up coffee, before beginning her 2-hour drive to Valley of Fire State Park.
I'm gonna definitely grab some of this Dover sole, and tonight I'm gonna definitely have one of those wild ahi tunas right on. Like a 2-hour drive from here to Valley of Fire. I'm just fingers crossed because it's a little later in the day. I hope I actually can get a spot. So I'm gonna try and rush this. At least I have coffee to give me a load of energy. Got my coffee in the hand. Buckle up, buckle up. We got a 2-hour drive and we gotta get going.
Without pausing or showing any hesitation, she hit the road with her coffee in hand. The moment Sarah approached the Valley of Fire, a sense of awe washed over her. The beautiful red rocks came into view, and for a brief moment, anticipation replaced her nervousness about driving the winding roads alone.
So now I'm officially on the road. I punched in the directions. It says I should get there about 5 o'clock. I remember and love this part of the drive going into the Valley of Fire from this direction. You're like surrounded by these beautiful rocks, and I think as we start getting closer and closer, and now the sun may be setting so you don't really capture that glow, but you get that red rock, that Valley of Fire. Here we go, rolling into Atlatl Rock Campground. It looks pretty busy in here. It actually looks really busy in here. It is pretty busy. Oh my goodness gracious. Are we gonna find a spot? Maybe someone will share a spot with me this evening. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, they're really sort of full. I think I see one.
At that moment, the first real challenge revealed itself. The campground was completely full. Both camping areas showed no vacancy, leaving her without a spot to park for the night, despite having a year-long Nevada State Park pass. The contrast between her expectations and reality was unsettling, leaving her questioning what she would do as darkness approached.
Hubby iPhone.
Searching, her situation grew more precarious. With night falling and nowhere to stay in the park, she found herself at a truck stop 14 miles away from Valley of Fire. After confirming with an officer that it was safe to park there, she settled in for the night, determined to make the best of her situation despite the unexpected turn of events.
Traveling on my own here, could not find a spot to save me at the Valley of Fire. So ended up here at sort of this truck stop. I asked the officer if it was kind of safe to park here, and he said it was fine. And now I have the heat on, so I'm trying to run the heat. A little cold outside, it's about 30, so not terrible outside. But I do have the heat on. I cranked up to 70 right now. I can hear it, so I think technically from what we were told, it's supposed to crank, and then once it gets to 70 degrees, it's gonna be quiet for the rest of the night.
With the temperature dropping to around 30 degrees outside, Sarah turned on the RV's heating system and cranked it up to 70 degrees. The heat initially worked well, pumping warm air throughout the RV. Little did she know, something far more challenging was waiting for her ahead.
No, no, no! Look, it has happened. There it goes, W27H. I gotta call Dave right now. Oh no. How you doing? I'm sitting here, I heard it crank, it turned on a 70. I thought it was fine because it slowed down a bit, and then all of a sudden W27H and the fan surfaced again. It was like pushing through. So there is something going on with this. Maybe it's the unit itself. I have no idea. All right, well, I'm gonna leave it running because I know that's what you're supposed to do, but we'll figure it out. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
What happened next sent a wave of frustration through her. The RV's heating system displayed an error code, W27H, the same issue they thought had been fixed. Panic and disappointment set in as the unsettling realization sank in. The technical problem had resurfaced, and she was alone to deal with it.
Okay, so today has been like just one thing after another. These loud banging noises outside the RV in this creepy parking lot that just turned out to be fireworks. You know, from not being able to get a spot over at Valley of Fire to ending up here at this spot, which is a little creepy. And I can deal with that. All the trucks, you can hear them still coming in and out. But to see that air message, the heat, we've been having issues with the heat for quite some time. And to see that error message again just resurface even after, it's so frustrating.
A series of challenges had now piled up. No camping spot, staying in a creepy parking lot, and a malfunctioning heater. The emotional weight became too much, and Sarah broke down in tears, her frustration visible as she tried to compose herself. But despite the setback, she showed resilience, deciding to keep the heat running to see if the system would stabilize. She spent the remaining of the night preparing to go to sleep, not knowing what the following day awaited for her.
All right, let's go try it again. Let's see if we can get a spot. Now we're pretty early, so told if you get there early, you should be able to get a spot. So let's give it a shot. Let's try it again.
The next morning, Sarah awoke determined to try again. She drove back to Valley of Fire early, as the host had suggested spots might open up. This time, fortune smiled upon her. She found an available camping spot, skillfully parked her RV, and celebrated her accomplishment with pride and relief.
Or pass. Oh, okay. Thank you. First time by myself, so I'm just learning the ways. Okay, the buildup is killing me right now. I have now entered back to where I came last night. I think I found a spot. It looks like this might be a spot. Perfect. Oh my God. I did that like I've done that a million times before. And I haven't, so high five myself. Can I just stop here, soak in the sun, and take in this moment of relief, of coming here and finding a spot. Now, it may not be the spot we had last time, which was pretty amazing, but it's great to be back here at Valley of Fire, to actually have a spot, and it's actually a cool spot, and to see this red rock once again. I'm gonna finish this coffee before I make the next one, and then I'm gonna set up camp, just veg before lunchtime.
The day continued with Sarah exploring the trails around the campsite, discovering walk-in tent sites she hadn't noticed on previous visits, and enjoying simple pleasures like a snack of watermelon and pork rinds in the beautiful surroundings.
Today is a new day, and it's a great day because one, I got a spot in one of my favorite places here, the Valley of Fire, and it's gonna be awesome. And I got something special for dinner tonight, but I have to definitely clean up in here a little bit, and I think I'm gonna go for a walk to stay accountable to myself to lose some of the love weight. So I honestly can't even tell you why I chose this as a snack. I mean, watermelon and pork rinds, but that was the first thing that came to my hands from the refrigerator. So that is the snack we're going with. And most likely this is the type of snack that only I would eat anyway. So I'm on the phone. Hello, everybody. Hey, hello. I was telling them the only thing missing is you. Dinner came out great, by the way. Check it out. The tuna. Look at that.
You're eating some gourmet stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? Well, I'm going to get back to my gourmet food before it gets borscht-y cold, but I wanted to call and tell you you're missed for sure.
As evening approached, she initially had her snack, and then she prepared a gourmet dinner of marinated ahi tuna on her induction cooktop. The meal came out beautifully seared and tender, and she FaceTimed Dave to share her success, mentioning that he was the only thing missing from an otherwise perfect evening.
Though I didn't freak, I was like, this is going to be fine. It's going to be taken care of. And I left the heat on and it still stayed toasty warm in there, even with the error message. So that's great. I've gotten through that part. Everything tends to happen for a reason, and this is quite an experience for me. I love it. I thought it was a lot of fun. So we did find a tenting spot. So I told Dave, instead of leaving, why don't we kind of bring the tent and crank it out and see how our tent can handle the desert at night. I'm probably a little more creepy because there's more animals and more little critters in the desert, but it should be fun.
The video came to a close when Sarah revealed that despite the heating error appearing again that night, she remained calm and warm throughout. She explained how she'd grown more confident throughout the experience, learning to lean into the challenges rather than letting them overwhelm her. Although Sarah faced multiple challenges during her first solo camping trip, the biggest question remained: would she do it again? One thing was certain: she wouldn't approach her next camping adventure the same way again. We see that Sarah made sensible choices throughout her journey, prioritizing safety and comfort while not allowing setbacks to ruin her experience. Her story proved that even when things didn't go according to plan, the ability to adapt could transform a potentially disappointing trip into a rewarding adventure. If this already gave you chills, brace yourself for the next spine-chilling video. Meet Explorer Sushi, a content creator who took viewers on immersive journeys to haunted and forgotten places across Singapore. Through his videos, he investigated paranormal phenomena and documented unexplained encounters. From ancient burial grounds to abandoned structures, his explorations revealed the mysterious connection between our world and the supernatural. With his engaging storytelling style, Explorer Sushi kept his audience captivated. But on that night, he and his cameraman Star would discover just how unpredictable and unsettling these adventures could truly become. On a dark night in Singapore, Explorer Sushi arrived at Bukit Brown Cemetery, ready to embark on another paranormal investigation with his cameraman Star. Armed with EMF readers and spirit boxes, he was eager to document whatever supernatural phenomena the site had to offer.
Now at Bukit Brown Cemetery, and I'm going to be exploring this place alone. Other than my cameraman, it's literally just the two of us. I've heard so many stories, and you guys have even asked me to come to this place. I brought my ghost gear and we're going to go inside. Let's see if we find anything, if spirits even do exist.
The video began with Sushi explaining the cemetery's history and sharing its eerie reputation. As he spoke, the cemetery's haunted past slowly came to life, setting the stage for the unsettling journey ahead.
We are in Bukit Brown Cemetery now. I wonder why there's so many lights in front here. Let's check it out. Another caution sign, enter your own risk. This is a nice little shrine. Wow. I got my EMF reader, just turned it on, but nothing here so far. So far from my experience in cemeteries, EMF readers don't really light up that well because there are no electrical wires here in cemeteries. As you can see, there are no lights. So there's a grave over there, as you can see. Yeah, we're just walking among graves right now. It's literally a pitch black road, as you can see. Is there anything here? So the EMF was spiking for a bit just now. Is anyone following us? Hello, we mean you no harm. Just taking a walk. Is there anything following us? Anything here? Did something touch this EMF just now? Can you come and touch it again? Maybe you got shy. Let's keep going.
Without hesitation, he ventured deeper into the forested sections, where graves lay hidden among the trees.
cheekily following us. If there's anything, can you come and touch this EMF reader again? Make it go up. It's just whenever we turn on the camera, it just stops. It's okay, take your time. We'll still be here for another 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours. Thank you. We'll go in there. We're gonna go in. It says enter at your own risk. You're in a closed cemetery.
Sushi noticed caution signs stating enter at your own risk, but continued forward regardless. The moment Sushi stepped into the dense jungle, a chill ran down his spine. The air felt heavier, thicker, and unusually still.
Huh? Star, my cameraman, mentioned that the trees were marked red. Yeah, I wonder why. Should we go check it out? Let's go on an adventure.
As they ventured deeper, Star noticed trees marked with red paint, raising further questions about what they might encounter.
Oh, it was at 2 bars just now. We are in the thick of a forest right now. Feels very stuffy in here. It's blinking. Hi, thanks for touching this EMF reader. 3 bars? Wow, 3 bars, solid 3 bars right now. I'm guessing a tombstone is around here? Yes? 3 bars? Would you like to communicate further? Talk to us a little bit more? Yes? You can come close to this EMF reader for a yes, or move further away for a no, okay? Okay, yes. Are you a male or a female? Are you a male?
As they continued exploring the forested area, the EMF reader suddenly spiked to 3 bars, despite being far from any electrical sources.
No. Is there something dangerous inside? Okay, I'm gonna ask that again. Is there something dangerous inside? Do you want us to leave this place? You want us to leave? Do you want us to go in? And it's dead. Thank you for talking with us.
Through the device, they attempted communication with whatever entity was present, asking yes, no questions, and receiving what seemed to be intelligent responses. The entity appeared to identify as both male and female, and warned them not to venture deeper into the cemetery.
Yeah, so I noticed that there are flags here. Can you see the flags? So we saw similar flags like this in the German girl shrine video. A lot of you pointed out that these flags are used to help guide spirits to the other realm. So thanks for that information, guys. Appreciate you.
After exiting the forest, they explored the main cemetery area, where they encountered a caretaker's hut filled with odd items including golf clubs.
Found a caretaker's hut right there, deep in the forest. Who the hell would want to chill here? Let's go see what the caretaker stored over here. Holy shit, wow, golf clubs. God damn, man's been playing golf in here. What the hell? What else we got? A lot of chairs everywhere. Containers.
The experience grew even more unsettling when Sushi and his cameraman noticed something.
Where? Huh? Where? From the grave? Holy shit! Music is coming from this flower. It's a speaker. What the hell? Wow. First of all, what an ingenious way. Second of all, does it not run on battery? This is the first time I've seen
They encountered a massive, ornate grave with music mysteriously playing from a speaker disguised as a flower. During their exploration, Sushi and his friend met other visitors who told them about a hut where black magic was allegedly performed.
Yeah. Thanks, take care. Someone said that there was a hut behind and people used to do black magic there, so we'll check it out later. Yeah, it's a popular cemetery. People come here and explore.
Intrigued yet cautious, they decided to investigate this location. And what happened next sent a jolt of fear through both of them.
EMF is spiking. Talk to me through this spirit box. If there's anything you would like to say. I heard a female voice. a name. 3 bars now. They're just very faint voices here and there. I couldn't really hear. Let's head to the black magic place. Let's try to find that place, the place that the guy told us.
As they approached the hut and peered inside, they saw what appeared to be chickens. But then a woman dressed in white suddenly peeked out from behind what looked like a cupboard.
What the fuck? Oh, it's chickens. Oh, hi, sorry. Sorry. Get out. Do you see someone there? Got capture? Huh? Yeah. I'm not sure if we captured it or not, but get a bit of goosebumps. Literally, when you saw the chickens, was it caught on camera, the chickens? The moment we saw chickens and when I started walking into that hut, I'm not joking, I swear guys on everything, me and Star, we saw a lady dressed in white just peek out it seemed like there was a room inside. First thoughts, it looked human. It's probably just a woman staying in that hut. What is she doing in that hut? Staying alone in a cemetery in this hour? I really don't know. What is she doing? Black magic perhaps? I don't know, but I didn't stay to find out because I was basically trespassing into someone's property and I didn't want to do that. I'm just looking at the road in case you just suddenly charge at us.
Panic set in as the unsettling realization hit them. They weren't alone, and what they were seeing defied rational explanation. After retreating from the hut, Explorer Sushi recounted the experience with a strange mix of fear and excitement, while his cameraman Star provided his own perspective. Later in their exploration, they stood near the controversial highway that had caused thousands of graves to be exhumed.
Standing in front of the highway that caused a lot of the graves in Bukit Brown to be exhumed. I saw a light in front. What does the sign say? What's that? There's light in front.
Toward the end of their night, they encountered a local man who approached them in the darkness.
You want try?
Huh?
You want try? I open.
Open what?
What you call English? Originally apa bahasa Inggeris? Originally. You want try?
Try what?
I try push someone inside your body.
No.
You want try? You want try? Let's go. Take experience. And can I clean? No problem.
You bomo or what?
No lah. Malaysian only.
Then how you know? How you know how to do that?
My teacher sent to me. Macam
got...
originally apa ah? Originally dalam bahasa Inggeris apa?
Where are you going? Inside?
I want to go someone lah, but spirit is low.
Yeah, you never see anything.
Only touch only.
The house there, you got see people inside?
No people.
The house inside there got people?
Oh, this is forest stay. After then I go to walk, have someone sit here, sleep.
Sleeping. Male?
Family.
I saw a young woman inside, white dress, come out like that.
Oh, nice. Where?
The house. I don't know, looks like human, look like woman. What's your TikTok? What's it?
Adik Paranormal.
ADEQ, Paranormal. Yeah, this house, inside there.
Alright.
The house got a woman inside.
Real people.
Woman, real people staying. Because just
after
now.
I look, I have real people sit a barbecue.
Here inside this house.
Inside the house.
Okay. Take care. Nice meeting you. Bye bye. Yeah, so he says apparently there's people staying in this hut. It explains a lot.
Through a brief conversation, they learned that people actually lived in that area within the cemetery, a family that even had barbecues there. This revelation provided a potential mundane explanation for the woman in white, but left them with even more questions. Why would anyone choose to live in a cemetery? As their investigation came to a close, Explorer Sushi reflected on the experience, recommending that viewers visit the cemetery, but only during daylight hours. Despite finding a possible explanation for their most frightening encounter, the overall atmosphere and unexplained EMF readings left them with lingering doubts about what truly haunted Bukit Brown Cemetery. One thing was certain: the mystery of Bukit Brown Cemetery and its woman in white remained, adding another chapter to its haunted legacy. Whether it was a Pontianak or simply a resident of an unusual home, The experience left both Explorer Sushi and Star with a night they would never forget. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.